For all the 137 people, guys, I'm back over here. No cursing because we're alive. And yeah, if you have a friend, somebody has a TikTok or a YouTube, you can they can watch you, so it's no problem. So I'm gonna do some pro stuff right now.
Now, is this also recorded? So they
No,
can
it's
see
not.
it at a later date? They can only
Yeah,
see
I can
watch
make it
live.
so, well, on YouTube they will be able to watch it.
After the fact.
After the fact, yeah.
All right,
You just
that's
go
all.
to my YouTube channel, and then you
give me
can
all that
go there
information
live.
before
Yeah,
I
before
spoil
you
it.
leave.
I'd
Yeah.
like my wife
And
to
they can
see
see
it.
it. Absolutely.
All right, awesome.
She could watch it live right now if she
I'll
wanted
spread
to.
the word. She's not home,
All right.
unfortunately.
All right, guys. Hi. Hi, Becca. All right, 600 people over here. I'm going to wait just a second. So here we go. I'm going to go through with you in every single part of this flight exactly what's happening for real time, real life. That means real traffic, real weather. It's what's outside, it's what's in here. We're not going to do a damn thing different than what actually American Airlines is doing right at this moment.
All right.
Full blown,
Good
okay?
deal.
You're going to do all the switches. I'm going to explain what the switches do. So you peeps over here, all the 1,400 people, guys, all you need to do is literally just pay attention because I'm going to explain everything right now, how the flight is gone, how's it going. I'm going to explain every part of it, and you will be able to follow. So this is how it really happens. James, are you here yet? Or somebody, either Kansas City Mama, so we can start doing moderation. I don't know. Hopefully. Anyway, okay. So we have 1,800 people. Okay, Becca, thank you. All right, guys, thanks for the gifts. All right, so the first thing what we're going to do, when we get it into the airplane, the first thing we do, we check on the landing gear. It's very important, because if the landing gear is up and maintenance put it up, believe it or not, back in the days, it was embarrassing when you turned on your hydraulics and the gears went in. You had to have a truck come out, pick up the airplane, let the gear out, check underneath that it's not broken, so it's okay. So that's the first thing we do, always check in any airplane you get in. It just has to be a habit that you check on the landing gear that is down. Okay, now you're going to push this down, okay? The whole entire thing. That's the battery. Okay, everything over here is gentle. It's not made out of titanium alloy, okay? So that's that. All right? So now what's going to happen over here? First things first, I'm going to shut up the... I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to do a real quick data thing over here for 1 second. I'm going to clear the cache so it doesn't click into it that we don't really need. Yep. And apply and save. Back. Resume. Alright. So we're at LaGuardia International Airport right now in New York City. We're going to fly out of there down to DC. Okay? There you go. Okay, good. Alright. Next thing what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the emergency lights. Okay? Push this down. That's the ground power. We're literally plugged in to the airport. Okay? So through the gate, we actually have a hose plugged into the gate, into the airplane. We get the power from there. Okay? There's no way the battery, even if you have several batteries, it's not going to run the entire airplane. There's just no way. Okay, that can be. So for that reason, you either are plugged into the airport, and before you do it, you have something which is called the auxiliary power unit at the back of the aircraft. That's what you turn on to have your own power. It's basically a generator. It's a third engine, essentially. It runs, gives you high pressure compressed air to start the engines, because these engines don't start by a battery. You just can't. Okay? So that's what you do. Okay? So now, I don't know what you would pay for a commercial flight copy. I don't know. Anyway, this is a simulator, guys. All right. So the next thing, what we're gonna do? All right. We're gonna test. We're gonna do a fire test. So we check that the in case there was be a fire for the APU or the engines, that works. Okay. And what you're gonna do now is basically you're going to push this down over here. Okay.
Hold it? Or
Just push it down a little bit. Hold it for a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Let it go. Okay. You're going to see the exhaust gas temperature start rising. So the back is starting to spool up that little engine inside. It's not a little engine. It actually provides power for the entire airplane, like your generator at your RV. Yeah, auxiliary power unit. Yes. I need to slow down, guys. Okay. So this one over here is the fuel pump. We started the auxiliary power unit. I'm also on a time constraint, so I just can't slow, okay? push these two down, please. That's the generator for the auxiliary power unit. So now we're on our own power. Okay, you can let it go. All right. So now that runs. All right. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do fuel pumps. Okay. We're going to turn on the yaw damper. Push this one down over here. That's the galley switch. Okay. That makes your coffee. 5 a.m. in the morning. Nobody goes anywhere unless that thing works.
Gotcha.
You think I'm joking? I'm not. All right. These 4, push them down, please. Not the middle, just the 4. 2 on the side, the other 2. Those are the window heats. Okay. I'm going to do this. So you see that? I pull and switch it down. Pull, switch down.
You
That
say
one
window heats.
and the other one.
What window heats? The front?
The front ones.
Okay,
The
so they don't
there
fog
are 2
up?
reasons why. One of them is so they don't fog up. The other one is that they actually become flexible. So in case I get a bird strike, it doesn't shatter as easy.
Okay.
Makes sense? It's flexible.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that. I'm going to do these over here really quickly. That's the bleed air from the auxiliary power unit, so we can run stuff. Now, we're going to do this, all right? Ident, it's a 737-800NG, CFM56 engine, and it is correct. Everything is good. We're not in Baltimore anymore, so we basically delete this. We're going to go over here to our left and right GPS. We're going to take the GPS coordinate over here, going to put it over here, and guess what? That's LaGuardia. Now, we're going to turn these 2 buttons over here. Turn these 2 to the right, 2 clicks only. Perfect. Those are the gyroscopes. Spin up really fast, become level with the ground. If this airplane moves an inch forward, backward, up, down, left, right, registers into the flight management computer. Okay? And you can see it over here that happened. All right? Now, what we're going to do at this point, I'm going to set up our route. So we're going to go from LaGuardia. We're going to take off from runway 22. Okay? We're going to go to KDC Reagan or the other one, IAD.
Reagan's fine.
Reagan. Okay. KDCA. That's a funky approach, by the way.
Okay.
It's rough. It's not an easy one. Okay. Performance initialization. We're going to put in 15,000 pounds of fuel. Gross weight is set. It is 129,000, so basically 130,000 pounds. 5,000 pounds of reserve. 20 goes in the cost index, and we're going to fly 25,000 feet. N1 limit, outside temperature in LaGuardia is 9 degrees Celsius. Our takeoff is going to be with 5 degrees flaps. Center of gravity is calculated. And we're going to take off with 129 knots. Okay? So in the top left corner over here on yours, showing 129. Okay? Alright. Now, I'm going to check really quickly what is our... just Google how to fly a 747. It's a 737, guys, okay? Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to check over here. Watch. So we're going to go LGA, okay? LaGuardia to DCA, Reagan, National. Okay, so this one over here is an airplane that just landed, alright? And what they did is they flew 20,000 feet. We're going to go 24,000. Actually, let's just do that. I'm going to do 24,000. There we go. All right. So the departure over here is actually you just only have a arrival. So they do arrival. We're going to do runway. What did they do? They landed on the Potomac approach. Okay, so we're going to do Clipper 3 to runway 19. Cruise, and then Clipper 3, and then we're going to do over here, and we're going to put in MXC, Big E MXC. Alright, we're good. Okay, so we're going to go MXE, and then yeah, that's fine. Okay. B-I-G-G-Y. Alright. So now, let me just check really quickly that the route looks decent. Yep, we're good. Perfect. Okay, our route is looking good. Everything is happy. All right, what I want you to do now, please, is push this down. Good. That's the fasten seatbelt sign. Push this down over here. That's the anti-collision light. Set this one, please, to 12,000 feet. Yeah, we're going to do the river visual. Yes. Hi, Kansas City, Mama. I have a client next to me, and we're flying from LaGuardia down to Washington, D.C. All right, we're going to set this guy over here to 24,000. Good, and 0 for landing. Okay. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for a pushback. So a truck will show up. It's going to push us back. So guys, we basically set up the entire thing right now. Set this one, please, to RTO. That's rejected takeoff. Yep. Basically, if you roll down, there's an alligator in the middle of the runway. It stops the airplane automatically if I pull back onto idle. They're going to push us back momentarily.
Like the deer.
Yep.
The deer. I had in Lakeland. I had an La Belle, Florida. I had an alligator in the middle of the runway on landing. So I had to go
In
around
real
3
life or
times.
on this?
Real life.
Okay.
When I was flying real life. I had a freaking alligator in the middle of the runway.
On his simulation, as he was landing, a deer ran into the
Oh,
thing.
really?
And they had to report the landing and go around.
Seriously?
Yeah, yeah. On the simulation,
In Boston?
He said
Oh,
it
wow.
Yeah,
that way.
Boston. He said we're going to simulate an animal coming out onto the, as you can see.
That's
the deer.
funny. Okay. It's not training, it's a simulation, and I'm doing entertainment over here in Dunedin, Florida. We're waiting for the pushback over here. The truck is underneath us.
So you don't see the truck.
You would not. You would see it over there as would come in, but
As
he
it's
came
coming.
underneath us, so we don't see it right now. Let's try this again. We're going to Washington, D.C. and we're at LaGuardia International. It's a simulation, guys. Flight simulation. Let me do another one over here. My pushback is not happy.
You need to set parking brakes to request ground services.
Yeah, I did, thank you. Alright, so our pushback truck just showed up.
Gotcha.
We're gonna push it back.
I have those guys moving.
Yeah, she's walking right there as well.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
So this is what happens. The person actually talks to us on a headset. Literally plugged into the airport. It's not wireless, it's actually plugged into the airplane. Yeah, pre-flight checklist is complete. See, the truck is coming here now. It's going to push us back in a second. Hey guys, I'm live on TikTok and also with a client. So they're doing all the work down there, okay? It's basically what happens is they insert a safety pin, all of that, because if you have like your hydraulics on, this is why I didn't turn on the hydraulics on the left. Because if you do that, you can get a hydraulic spike, the tow bar is attached to it, you could literally swing it, and somebody can get literally, they're not killed. In Chicago's over here, somebody's back was broken, believe it or not. Alright, so continue pushback. Nose left, tail right. Yep.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alright, I'm going to release the parking brake. They're going to push us back, guys.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Yeah, we're being pushed. Alright, so as soon as we're cleared for engine start, they're going to tell us in a second. See, she's walking right there. So she's walking on the right side. So we're going to start the left engine first. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to turn off the air conditioning packs, pull it out, switch it off. Yep, easy. Everything gentle. This one, pull it out. No, that one. Good. So why we turn off the AC? So we can actually start the engine. What I want you to do now is push this in, turn it one notch to the left. Perfect. Start valve opened, N2 is rising. So the high pressure compressor is starting to spool up on the left side. You're going to pull this out like this and put it up over here when that gets to 25, which is now. Pull it out. Easy. Again, everything gentle.
Got you.
It's not made out of, it's not made out of titanium alloy. Very good.
Is.
Perfect. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Well, that's rough,
It's
right?
true,
That's
yeah.
hard. There you go. All right. So when this one turns off, you can push this down. That's the generator for the engine. So now we're on our own power, almost, okay? Push this in, turn it one notch to the left again. Good. Put your finger here, wait for 25%, you pull it out, put it up over here into the groove again, okay? There you go, inside the groove. And a real airplane, we hold it. In case somebody gets sucked into the engine flames out, I can shut it off right away, okay? When this turns off, okay, we're going to set the parking brake. When this turns off, good, push this down please. Okay, good. They're waiting for confirmation for a good engine start, which we're going to do now.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
All right. So now we're going to set the trim. Actually, hold on. Here's good. We're going to do continuous ignition. We're going to do right ignition. Okay. These two push down, please. Good. There's a pitot-static system. It heats the pitot tube that measures the speed. Heats the static port that measures the altitude, barometric pressure. Pull this out, put it down, please. Okay, that is your hydraulic now. Okay, and then I'm going to do this over here really quickly. Good. All right, we're happy. She's going to walk away, and then we're going to be able to taxi out. I'm going to set the trim. So this spinning over here, it's fine-tuned the pitch for me. So I put the stabilizer trim so we can take off easy. Bypass pin is removed, everything is good. They actually said that. APU is off, we no longer need it. And then they are going away. We're going to do 5 degrees flaps. So you can see it here, 5 degrees. We check over here, everything is okay. I'll taxi out, you will take off, and I will explain everything how we take off if it's good, okay?
Where do you see 5 degrees?
Right here.
Thank you, sir.
See, this is 5 degrees, it has to correspond with that. If it's not, then it's a problem. Over here, you actually can see all the controls.
Understood.
Because you cannot see it, right? You can't look in the back and see all the tail.
Right.
So you wouldn't know if it works unless that shows it. Make sense? All right, we're going to turn on the lights, release the parking brake, and off we go. So we're going to taxi out. All right. So over there, you have the primary flight display, right there. See that? The green number on the top left corner. See this over here? Look here.
Okay.
That's your takeoff speed. When this black becomes 129, you're gonna pull up like this. Okay? Hold the yoke for me. Hold. So up, down, left, right. The black dot is the nose of the airplane. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. So what that does is we're gonna follow the flight director. Okay? I'm steering with my feet right now. We're going out to the runway to take off. Let me just see where we're gonna take off from. Hold on. So guys, right now what you see is what I do with every one of my clients over here. That's an actual airplane. Literally, the flightaware.com is giving us the data where they are flying.
So there's an actual plane
Yep.
on the runway at the border you're passing in front
All
of.
right, you're going to go to runway 22, which is
They'll run that close to each other?
31, runway 22. Yes, they do, that close. Yes, absolutely. All right, guys, we're going to go out to runway 22. Follow the American Airlines over there. Yes, so many switches, guys. Yes, I have been to MDW. Yes. Okay, what is this doing here? Let me just clear this out for a second. That's stupid. That's the software, guys. It's not me. I'm gonna remove that guy. Here. Thanks for all the gifts, guys. Thank you very much. Please subscribe on YouTube. You can watch what I do with clients, how I fly with them. Alright, so I'm going to taxi out. It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Very much so.
Am I doing good compared to Boston?
Actually, when I was in Boston, I was in your seat. I was doing what you're doing,
Oh, okay.
and the pilot was in his seat.
Yeah. Well, this is the captain. That's the co-pilot. The reason why I have it over here because a lot of people, I have to work with them. I do a lot, to be able to fly it fully.
Yeah.
That's as much as I needed.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you. It's entertainment, guys, not training. And it's a game. It's a 737 jetliner simulator. Alright, my friend. So we're about to take off. We're going to wait. Now all the ripples, by the way, because look, over here, you can see it. Our wind is from 203 degrees at 10 knots. That's live. The clouds are real. Everything is real.
Real time.
Yes, sir. That thing over there on the right, what you see, that little coupe thing, that's the VOR. That's basically what you do is you can tune into that from really far, and it will take you to the airport. All right, let's go to tower.
So it's like a beacon.
It's not a beacon. It's a radio signal that goes out, and you tune to it like on a radio, and it will show you the direction of the airport or the direction of the navigation system.
Can that control the navigation system in the plane? That if the pilot was incapacitated,
No,
they
sir.
could still take
No,
the
sir.
plane to that?
No, sir. It's one way only. Just me. It's a radio. I'm picking up a radio, a locating device, basically.
Understood.
Yeah.
Just asking questions.
Yes, sir.
Delta 1146, visual approach.
All right. You want me to get rid of the aircrafts? Because I can get rid of them and then you can just go.
Whatever you want to do. It's your channel.
You're the guest, my friend.
We're live. Whatever you want to do.
We are. Your wife is going to be
All
very
this,
happy watching
all
you.
this helps you, too.
Nah, it's
Well, for your
not
channel.
for you. It's for you.
Well, I know that
You
part.
guys paid for it. So.
See how the wheels on the left side of the plane are running in reverse? And it's not moving. The wheels on the
Yeah,
right
it's-
side of the plane
it's
are going
similar.
forward.
It's
I know, I got you. I just noticed these silly little
Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird.
How long have you had the simulator running for?
Huh?
How long have you had the simulator running for?
I built it myself for 22 and a half years in my living room. I completed in 2011. I'm running this for 12 years for people, for entertainment. Yep. It took me, I started in 1995. I had a 286 CPU.
Good morning.
Now, do you have a menu of all the things that you offer at this place?
Yes, sir. Yeah, they are gone because eventually the sim takes off for the airplanes if it's too much time.
Like a menu of all the services? Like
Yes, sir. I have a brochure.
F-16, F1.
Yep, I have all the brochures, yes.
F-30 cars and all that jazz.
All right. Spirit Airlines landing.
What's our flight number?
I'm on F745. All right, my friend. So what speed are we taking off at?
129 knots.
That's correct. Perfect.
Hold short runway 22 mile at 745.
Now, when it says, at 129 knots, I pull back on the stick, is it more like an aggressive
Pull it like this.
pullback? Or you
Like
just,
this.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're going to push forward so we don't hit the tail in the back. All right. Okay, we're clear for takeoff. So lights on. Strobe lights, wing lights. We tell the flight attendants we're number 1 for takeoff. Hold the yoke. We're going to get onto the runway.
Or what you're-
Just hold the yoke. That one.
Okay.
We're going to get on the runway and we go. The Spirit Airlines just got up the runway so we can go. I think this is the...
So on the ground, you steer.
I'm steering with my
your
feet,
feet.
but you would have a steering tiller on an airplane like this on the side over here. But because of the wheelchairs, I don't do that.
Gotcha.
There's a bunch of airplanes waiting for us. I did. Thank you. All right, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's go. So I'm going to go 40% throttle. Watch this. It's going to set the takeoff power right here. We're rolling. Straight. Watch for the speed, okay? You'll see it starts climbing up in a moment. See, airspeed alive. 80 knots, cross check complete. Heading select. Rotate. Watch for the back, okay? Push forward a little bit. There you go. Just like that. Pull it like this. Here's what happened on the side. Positive rate. Pull this out. Put it up. Easy, easy. There you go. All the way up. Good job. Perfect. Good. Now what you want to do, okay, you want to start following those two pink bars on the center over there. You're the black dot. You see that? Okay. Thumbs up. Here's up and up. So what you're going to do is you're going to follow. So to the left and up. You're following the cross with the black dot. The black dot is the nose of the airplane. Okay. Try doing that, all right? There you go. To the right. There you go. There you go. Now to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. And then push forward. You see it?
Yes.
You understand? So you're following the pink bar at all times. But don't let it go because then you start going down. All right. Now we're going to go direct to Biggie.
Don't have to. Let's pull.
Yeah, and to the right, to the right, to the right. Yep, there we go. Good job, like that. Perfect. To the right. Following the pink. You're moving the black, following the pink. Understood? So now you have to pull up, right? Up. Good job. There you go. To the left, to the left, to the left. We're right over New Jersey. Easy, small movements so the people don't scream in the back, okay? That's Newark, New Jersey Airport, right there. Newark Liberty, right there.
Gotcha.
Good job. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. Push down a little bit. Easy. Everything easy. Now, this time you can push the autopilot. Push this over here. Beautiful. You can let it go. And the airplane now flies on its own. Its own. And you can enjoy the view. Anytime you want to take over, you want to fly it, all you have to do is push that button over there and follow the pink box. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay,
That
good.
takes us on a direct route. And then when we get there, you have to maneuver for
It's going to be really difficult, so it's going to be quite a landing.
right.
All right, set this one up to 24,000 feet, please. All the way. All right, we're going to set this one to 320 knots. We're on our way to DC.
Now, how long is actual flight time from LaGuardia to DC?
It's about 40 minutes, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, we're doing the actual flight. It's live in every possible way.
So it doesn't fast forward you to.
No, sir. We're doing exactly as it is in real life. There's no difference between this and reality, except it's in a simulator, and it's all graphics. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're happy.
No, seriously, I've always been interested in aviation, mainly military aviation and stuff like that. And then my brother-in-law and I were talking last night, and he said he had done this. I mean, that's pretty cool. I'd done one at an air show, but I mean, the response time of the plane compared to what you were moving was
Oh yeah.
totally different than this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is like, I mean, I'm expecting what I was doing there, you know, and
There's
it's
a
like
huge
such
delay. There's a
little-
lot of inertia. This is a big airplane.
Right, that's
So when you turn it, it's not just going to go like right away. I mean, the engine is literally like, we're talking 7 seconds to spool up on the engine, 15 seconds to spool down. So you always have a delay. So in aviation, even if you're flying the fastest jet, you always want to be ahead. You never want to be just where it is. Make sense? Ever.
Kind of like driving
So
a boat.
now,
Kind of like driving a boat. But imagine going from like a small boat to a cruise ship.
Right. Cruise ships don't move anything like a small
Cruise
boat.
ship is like, you know,
Yeah.
it takes like forever until you get there. So the guy is literally like, you know, already worked it out. That's why you also have tug boats.
Right.
Because some of the cruise ships can't dock that easy.
Right.
And they got to coordinate with the guys down there, all of that. So it's quite something.
and what's this green line?
The green line, we call it the banana. That literally, that's how we call it.
Okay.
That shows where we're going to end up. Okay? At our 24,000 feet cruising altitude. So this shows 10 miles over here. If I go out a little bit now, you see, now we're talking by Biggie, probably. This is TC, top of climb. Okay? That's where we're going to reach 24,000.
And what's our angle of climb?
Our angle right now, we're going 3,000 feet over here. That's our vertical speed. This is our angle of attack over
And we're
here.
at, and we're at 19,000 feet now.
Yes, sir. 19,000 feet. Lights off. You can turn off the fasten seatbelts on here. Turn this off. Yep. Perfect. Everything is looking good.
And when you take off at 5 degrees on the flap with the flaps down.
It depends where you are. If I'm taking off from Key West, I'm 25. If I'm taking off from Midway, I'm 25 degrees. Burbank, 25 degrees. Why? Very short runway.
Okay.
But if I have a long run, now, if I am out in Eagle, Colorado, it's a high elevation airport, long runway, but I need lift. So it really depends. Density, altitude, wind, all of that is how heavy the airplane is. There's so many. And this is what I love because you're asking questions. And every question you can ask, I will answer.
Is that another plane down there blinking?
Yes, sir.
below
And
me?
that one over there as well. I'm going to show you something how crazy this is. Watch. See that airplane over there on the side? That one that flies up there?
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. Watch this over here, okay? So that guy is 12,000 feet above us. So that's the guy over there, okay? We see over there, all right? So that thing. Watch this. This is going to be crazy. That's United 1976. Okay?
Real time.
Watch this. Check this out. United 1976, right? 1976. Isn't that crazy?
That's awesome.
That's real. That guy is literally flying in the air right now. But what it does, the computer goes onto the internet, takes this data down, depicts all of that, and you basically have. That's literally the clouds you see, the airplanes and everything. This wind that you see here, 53 knots.
So this is how
crosswind.
overcast we're flying.
Right
in
now,
real time
literally.
right
Now watch this. Here, watch this. Okay. So here, we're flying up here, right? Just over Jersey, right? Right here, just about there, right? How's that for the clouds? Right here. So you remember it was clear and now it's not? Make sense?
Yes.
So again,
Awesome. So
you are not doing anything different essentially than what we're doing in real life. Except it's a simulator. But this is where technology today that you can do that because of the internet. And this is what other simulators can do. Because it's mine. Any other questions, my friend?
not right this second.
When you land, what do you bring your flaps down to?
We're gonna do 40 degrees flaps.
Now,
Because we're going to do the Potomac approach where you literally have to follow the Potomac River and the very end at 500 feet you make a right turn onto the runway. That's a very difficult approach.
So
You have to be
40.
specially licensed for it.
Yep.
oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Should have told me that in the first one.
No, we're going to do it together, so don't worry about it. I'm here. We're not going to crash. Any other questions?
Autopilot will automatically change.
It
our
does
turn.
every. Look, you see, return. I don't have to do anything. I literally can play Angry Birds right now. The airplane will take all the way to DC.
But it won't land itself.
It could land itself, yes. Not on this runway because we're doing a sharp turn. But if it's an instrument landing system and you actually set up and everything, this airplane can auto land. As a matter of fact, if you landed in San Francisco, California, and it was fog to the point where you landed, you don't see the side of the runway, it wasn't a pilot. That was the airplane landing. That's called a Category 3C landing procedure. You literally push these two buttons over here, set up everything, the airplane will land.
And that's normal.
Yes, sir. Now, Southwest has a heads-up display, and they land by hand. They are cowboys of the sky, and they are awesome. My friend works for them, so yeah. See that guy up there? That's also a real airplane. Guys, on YouTube, you can watch everything. Yeah, the black box is up here, guys. That's the black box. Ah, by the way, let me do this, okay? This is probably they didn't do in Boston, probably not. But I don't know if they did. This is your emergency locating transmitter. So the airplane crashes, that goes off, people can find it. This and it literally like on impact. There's certain impact when it goes off. This one over here is your flap test switch. This is your IRS, which I explained, the gyroscopes. Your crew and passenger oxygen. This one over here is your electric. This is for the guy who sits in the back. There's a radio. This one over here is your flight recorder. That's your black box. Your stall and speed warning desk. Service in the phone. You can turn on. And this one over here is your dome light. Now, this one over here is your flight controls. This is your alternate flaps. So if that now it's not working. Your hydraulics or whatever will move on flaps. You bypass it. You turn this on. It bypasses it, and the electric motor will move it up or down. This one over here, your yaw damper. The yaw damper is a vertical stabilizer. It doesn't shake. Here's the reason why. Back in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, if you were flying on a 707 or the older airplanes, you were sitting in the back of the aircraft, your butt was wiggling like this all the way to your destination. The back of the airplane, okay, so these airplanes go very close to the speed of sound. At speed of sound, you have something which is called the sonic boom.
Right.
It gets very, very close to it. So that shaking was from the brake turbulence from your own wings because you're not swept wing. That's why the airplanes are aerodynamically swept wing, so it happens behind it instead of it tearing up your rudder. So back in the days, that's what it was. So yaw damper came in, it dampened that motion down. Today, people don't throw up on airplanes anymore because of that. So because of that thing, so it doesn't move, that basically became the side effect of, they don't even put barf bags anymore in airplanes because you just don't throw up anymore. Okay, so that's that. These ones over here, navigation and display source switches. This is over here, your fuel temperature, your cross speed in case you get imbalanced tanks, center, left and right tanks. 2 fuel pumps for each tank. Okay,
Why
in case what?
to monitor the fuel temperature?
Because you don't want to be like if I'm in Alaska, like Fairbanks, and it is negative, God knows what. I don't want slush in the back.
It'll actually.
Oh, it tells me what my fuel temperature is. Yes, sir. I mean, right now, the outside temperature is negative 31 degrees Celsius. It's almost, negative 30 in Fahrenheit. Our intake is negative 4 degrees Celsius.
It's 30 degrees below zero.
Yes, sir. Oh, up here at 25,000
up
feet.
here.
If I go really high up, it's even crazier.
Does it give you ground temperature?
No, but I can tell you what's the ground
Oh, no, that's
temperature
okay.
down there, yes.
What is the ceiling, altitude ceiling on this 737?
I can go to a 41,000 feet. 42 is the ceiling, but usually we go 40, 41. Now, we like to go up as high as we can so we get more time in case something happens to figure out the
Is
fix.
there better fuel economy where the air is
Absolutely.
thinner up top?
Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, watch this. We're going 320 knots, indicated airspeed.
That's from the pitot tube, right?
Yes, sir. That's what it shows. Now, what happens is there are less particles come through right now because the air is thinner. So we take the density altitude, calculate it out. What's our true airspeed? That one is 455 instead of 320. But I'm going to go speed over speed with my indicated airspeed and stall with my indicated airspeed. But in order to know how fast we're really going, that's what it is. But we get a 52 knot headwind from the right. So we're going to calculate that instead of 455, we're going with 421 across the ground. So that's why if you get like a constant wind coming from the west, it takes longer to get to LA than come back from there.
So TAS, true airspeed, is
Yes, correct.
455. The GS is that ground,
Ground
speed?
speed,
That's
yes,
the
sir.
400.
Yes, sir. Because of the 52 knot crosswind.
Gotcha.
It's not direct. Look, if I turn this airplane, watch. If I'm going to turn it a little bit, this number will go lower. See, 419.
Because you're going into
Because
the
now I'm
wind.
going into the wind. If I go that way to the other side, guess what's going to happen?
This is going faster.
See, yeah. So I'm going to do this. We're going to turn back and we're going to go to our next intersection. It's going to be highs. So watch this. See, that's going to start. Look at this. The airspeed is gaining on the ground. We go faster relative to the ground.
So if there was zero airspeed, zero crosswind, or whatever, zero wind, I don't know if that ever happens, but if it
Up
was
here,
zero,
no. It can't because the Earth is turning.
there's always something.
The Earth is turning. We're going 1,000 miles
What's
per
the
hour.
least?
Oh, I have very calm winds sometimes at 25,000 feet. I mean, if you like, I can have 5 knots.
So the only
I'll
difference
show you.
between
Watch this.
pure ground speed and true airspeed would only be 5 at that point.
Yeah. Or not even that. I mean, look, I show you. Watch this. This is going to be wind, nothing but wind. So here. This is our wind, okay, over the United States right now. So watch this. Okay? All of those blues are low winds. But watch this. We're going to go up to 25,000 feet. 24. That's where we are heading. See this? Now over here, look at this. Just outside of here, it's 106 knots. If I go higher, now watch this. This is where we are right now. We are in just front of Baltimore. Watch this. 51 knots from the west. How cool that is, huh?
That is cool.
That's at 24,000 feet.
Hey Mark, when you the simulator that you did, was it real time like this? Like it's going to take? They fast forwarded to the good parts?
No, it was we would take off from one airport. And the computer system he had could program in any airport. So the program, he'd say, where do you want to start off? So we'd start off in Florida. So where do you want to go? Vegas. So we would land in Vegas. And so they were very we're seeing everything flying in actual time, but in reality, I was in Vegas in like 7 minutes.
Right.
And then we would land in Vegas, and they'd say,
Right.
okay, where do you
So,
want to go?
so they fast forwarded.
Right, and then we could do a night.
That's
land.
what I cannot do here.
Right.
It's
Right.
just
So
realistic.
that's why he only offers those destinations. Because to fly to California
Yeah.
takes 3
Yeah,
hours.
you
not
can't.
to
if I
figure
would, if
3
you
hours.
wanted to go on the West Coast, I would have done Vegas to Los
No,
Angeles.
I understand. I
Yeah.
understand. But no, this is super cool.
Yeah.
Super,
Awesome.
super
I'm
cool.
very happy.
What's this, Chesapeake Bay? Yeah, this
Yes,
is
sir.
Chesapeake Bay right in front
Yes,
of us,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir. All right. Auto navigation.
That whole Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel Complex going right through. That's
It's cool, huh?
yeah, it's awesome.
Another happy customer. Okay, this is. It will come right back. It's a Microsoft thing. All right, so. Okay, now we're going to start descending, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to 17,000 feet.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
What marks the descent line? Like where you're
DD.
descending?
Watch this. I push here, 18 miles.
So that's
The
18
computer
miles to the
calculates
airport?
out. Yeah,
Or
go
to
down.
where we got to go lower?
We're going to start going down.
In 18 miles.
Yes, sir. We are right now 99 miles an hour.
So shouldn't I start turning this
All you
down
do
to
is turn
18?
it down all the way to 17,000 feet. Good. Push this button here. Good. Look at this. The throttle comes back. So here's how it works.
So-
Pitch is speed. Power is altitude.
Yeah.
You understand?
Pitch.
Yeah. So pitch. If you pitch down, you speed up. You pitch up, you slow down.
So you need more power.
If you want to go
Pitch
off,
up,
yes.
right.
Now we're pitching down, we pull back on the power so we don't overspeed. Make sense?
Yes. Definitely makes sense.
Good. And when you go up on the hill, you need power.
Correct.
Good. That's a basic aerodynamic fact.
Going down, gravity takes you down.
Yes, sir. So this level change button saved the airline industry more money than you could possibly imagine. Because right now we're just gliding down on idle. Imagine this. When American Airlines get rid of all the magazines from all of its fleet, on weight, heavy, they save $6.5 million fleet-wide on gas. Because everything has to do with weight.
Right.
So when you fly Spirit Airlines, the reason why you can do it so cheap, because if you go with a backpack,
Now, why was this finished?
that's the elevator trick. It fine-tunes the pitch. See the reflection on the water?
Yeah, it's great.
It's pretty cool, huh?
It's great. Now, the haze that I believe I see,
That's
that's
there.
because it's really there.
I'll show you.
No, I
No,
believe
it is.
that. Is this, like if this was a crystal clear day,
Yes, sir.
will this simulation show crystal clear day?
Yes, sir.
Like high def
If
crystal
you go,
clear?
if you go down to the Caribbean, yeah, it's gonna. Or you go to the high desert, yes.
Okay.
But over here, we're over DC. area.
Right.
But
We're
watch
in
this.
smog
I'm gonna
central.
show you something cool. Watch this. So, DC is showing. So we're flying right here. Okay? How's that?
Oh, there you go. See?
That's literally where the camera is down there.
Got you. All right, thank you.
Cool, huh? And even the high clouds that you see over there are there.
Now, what is that large monolith tower type thing in front of us? See it? Right? Or is that a bridge going across?
That's a bridge.
I thought it was.
No, no.
All right.
Guys, to build this simulator is $150,000. I can get you one in 6 months. It took me 22 years to build it, but now I can get it. The seats I'm sitting on is from Victorville, California. The seat from my friend who's over here sitting on is from Kingman, Arizona. The seats in the back are from New Zealand. This is from Mojave, parts of it from Germany, parts of it from Opelika.
Mojave,
This is from
that's
Italy.
that airplane graveyard place,
Yes, sir.
right?
All of them I'm saying are airplane graveyards right now. Every single one of them, except this one is from made in Italy. Parts of it, this is from Germany. This was my first button. You can turn off that seat button. Go ahead. Yeah, that was my first button, 1995. Microsoft Flight Simulator, 95. Yeah, you can tell, right? All right.
Now,
Yes, sir.
with autopilot on, anything I do with this will not react.
In a real airplane, if you do all the whist like this, it would turn up the autopilot. Or if you do full deflection. Other than that, no. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way down, please, to go down to 8,000 feet, please.
How far out from the airport?
We're 72 miles out.
8,000?
Yes, sir. That's all right. That's good. Push this button here.
Sir?
Beautiful. Start going down again. See? Speed.
Yes, Captain.
This one.
What an experience. It really is awesome.
I'm happy. Am I doing good? Okay. Okay, good. Well, you can ask as many as you want. Whatever.
There's the airport. Isn't that the airport with the landing lights?
No, we're gonna be all the way over there. No,
What's that?
You would not see
You
it
don't
out
see that?
77 miles out.
You don't see that?
Nope, that's not airport.
That's not an airport.
Maybe it is, but it's not ours because we're right next to be going to be at the Potomac.
Yeah, it's definitely an airport, but not. Yeah, you're right, not ours. Is that the airport, that other alternate airport that was offered in
Ronald Reagan?
D.C.?
Yeah, we're in Ronald Reagan.
We're going to Ronald Reagan, but
Downtown
they,
DC.
they offered two. Remember? in
You have
Washington?
also Dallas,
That-
Dallas
that-
International.
That might be Dulles, right?
No, Dallas is on the other side of the Potomac. over there.
Oh, that's the Potomac up there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is still Maryland.
Yeah, that's an airport down there. You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, no. Oh, I thought you were talking about that. This one here. And what you see running is the rabbit.
The landing lights or the
The
approach
we
lights.
call them rabbits because they run, and that's what you basically do it with.
Yeah, wow, they're pretty bright, right?
Oh yeah. They have to be because if there is a lot of fog, that's the first thing you see when you're landing in zero visibility, which we did a lot the last 2 days in Seattle area on the West Coast, and also in New York.
Yeah,
It was
with all
nice.
that weather.
Yeah. All right, we're doing good. There's a plane down there.
That's
Right.
it.
Yep.
Now, is he going to the same airport we're going
No,
to?
they are. I mean, listen. Watch this. Check this out. See all of that?
Okay, all planes.
No, they're all airports.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now, is that even like little
These
tiny
are all airports.
regional and private airports?
Every
too?
airport. Every airport that
Gotcha.
exists. Okay.
All right.
Now 4MD, if it has no K in the front, that's probably a grass, dirt, or gravel runway. If it has a K in front of it, that means it's probably a paved runway, but that does not mean I'm going to land on that because I don't know how short it is.
Does that also give you the length of runways? Can you find out the length of runways?
I can find out the length of runways. So if I go here, watch. I go here to A cars. Actually, hold on.
Like if you simulated, all of a sudden we had some type of, you knew ahead of time that we had some type of brake problem.
Yes, sir.
So to make it as safe as possible, we would have to divert to an airport with the longest runway possible.
Yes, that would be
You
Dallas. That would
right,
be Dallas.
and you would be able to
International.
do it from there.
Yeah, I would go to Dallas. Right now, I would literally go skip Reagan, and I would go to Dallas because that has like almost like a 14,000 foot runway.
And compared to what's Reagan's?
I'll tell you. The longest runway in DC is 7,169.
Wow, at
It's
Reagan.
short. Yeah, it's not long.
How many feet are in a mile? It's like
I don't know. I'm from
1,000.
Europe. I will never ever understand the English measuring system. One of the
never
dumbest thing ever.
Oh, I don't know.
Nobody
I
can-
say
listen.
the same shit about it. Sorry.
Metric is
About
easy.
Metric.
Metric is easy.
It probably is.
Listen,
when you grow
3
up with
kilometers
it.
is 3,000 meters. Okay.
What's your address?
The problem is the what?
No, sorry.
The problem is in 3 miles. What is 3 miles in feet? Tell me.
3 miles.
Yes, sir. In feet.
Wait.
See, in 3 kilometers, I don't have to think. You have to think with 3 miles. People say it's 5 New York City blocks.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I understand that, but no. This is why you say, okay, it's a football field length or whatever, because you can't really tell how many feet is things.
Yeah, I think it's.
I don't know. It's 3 times 5,000 something, right? That's why the metric system is better. Make sense?
Yes.
I love
No,
it.
it definitely makes sense.
But in
nobody's
aviation-
but they don't explain that to you.
Of course. But you see the Potomac?
U.S. schools.
See the Potomac?
Yes.
Yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually start turning, like we're going to turn out there and we're going to come back around.
Now, autopilot does that?
Now we're going to do most of it by hand. So we're going to do it by hand and you're going to see what we're doing. All right.
So the minute we start turning to right, the nose will dip, right? So you have to turn right and pull back simultaneously?
And we're going to have to do everything
Slightly?
power everything. It's going to be, this is one of the hardest landings in the United States.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I'm going to do it with you, so
Well,
don't
of
worry.
course, but
Even if it's not a hardest one, it's still, I have to do it.
no, I got you. It's just.
Set this one,
it's
please, to
experience.
number 3. That's the auto brake system. Okay, you see now we're turning out towards
Auto brake?
the west. Yes, auto brake. The airplane stops.
By
See now?
itself.
Huh?
By
By
itself.
itself.
On the ground.
Yes, sir. Otherwise, you're gonna.
Yeah, duh.
All right.
Hey, it's just a football stadium. We just.
All right. Okay, now we're gonna go all the way down to 3,000 feet, please. All the way to 3,000. If the airplane comes, it will be traffic. It's gonna tell us. All right, let me get DC's.
Do I gotta press one of these altitude change things?
Yeah, just push that thing.
Which one?
This one. Level change. I'm gonna slow down to 210 knots. So we're gonna put the spoilers out. It's gonna slow down.
Washington Tower, Mullet 705.
Now these planes that are off to my right, are they all in the holding pattern for the airport?
No, they are
that
going
we're-
somewhere else, like Baltimore or whatever. I don't know where they're going. Runway 15. Nope, we're going to runway 9. Sorry, runway 19.
Left base runway 151.
All
Now
right,
that
so
interface that you see right there that you're having, is that on a real plane? They,
No.
well, they no heads
no,
up
that's,
display
this
like
is
that?
just on this.
For the
Yeah, this is
simulator.
for my simulator. All right, my friend, are you ready
Yes, sir.
for this fun stuff? All right, continuous ignition. Tell the flight attendants please pick up the trash.
Pick up the trash.
These two lights are on. We are under 250, so we can turn these lights
How
on.
far out do they normally put landing gear down?
1,500 feet.
At 1,500
5
feet.
miles or 1,500 feet. Sometimes we have to put 10 miles out. Sometimes I do it at 10,000 feet.
And how
literally.
come?
Because if I have to slow down, I put as much drag I can to slow me down.
That'll do. That'll do it.
That'll do. See that haze? That's actually reported. The visibility is lower. How about TikTok? You guys like what you see? Is this cool enough? This is what I do here with every single client. So if you come here, this is what you're going to experience. You're going to fly it yourself. Thank you guys. Awesome.
So when the time comes for me to disengage autopilot, it's this button,
That button.
or I disengage it from
You can
the dash?
disengage there, there.
Or there. And it doesn't matter. It's just personal preference.
Yeah, it's preferable. It's procedures also.
All right. So what's the procedure? Technically, what's
I
the
push this
procedure?
button
Right,
here.
that button.
Yep. All right, guys. Now this one, don't even worry about it. I'm not even going to talk about that. It's the instrument limiting system. I'm not going to get into it right now because it's a little too much. All right. Okay, so this is cruise. What we're going to do? You see the Potomac over there on that?
Yes.
That's literally what we're going to follow into DC.
All right. So that pink that's there, is that
We're gonna
our
make a
land-
turn
That's
very
our,
soon.
our glider approach
Yes,
or
sir.
something? What it's
Yep.
called?
That's our thing.
Our GPS.
It's not a GPS. It is also GPS and also the inertial reference system with the gyros. There's like, okay, so let me put it this way. This airplane can literally tell you down to 1 inch. Actually, let me tell you a little story. The United States Navy had to spend $2.7 million, okay, to put an error into the system because it was too accurate for the USS Ronald Reagan. When the FA-18s come in to land off their own sorties, they put an autopilot and they land on autopilot. The autopilot is so incredibly accurate that it put the airplane exactly always to the same spot. It cost $90 million to repave the Reagan, so they put a system that will put an algorithm that puts the airplane into different positions so it
So it's
doesn't
just
dig a
not
hole.
wiping out.
Yeah, that's how accurate this system is.
That's awesome.
So anybody who's afraid to fly, don't. That's my case closed. Mic drop. That's it.
Oh, God.
What you can tell me it isn't true. You do have autopilot now on these. Navy aircrafts do have auto land. Good. 737. Awesome. All right. That's a nice reflection from the sun. All right. All right, my friend. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're going to do 5 degrees flaps. No, it's not false. It's not false. It's literally just minor corrections for it. This is coming from the Navy, from the guy who worked on it, so I don't know. Alright, if that's not true, then the guy who told me doesn't know what he's talking about, but he was on a rig and working on it, so that's what I do know.
Everybody's got an opinion.
Alright, my friend. You see the river?
Yes, I
Take
see.
over, follow it. I'll help you on
Not
landing.
turn for turn.
Push the button. Yep, just follow it visually. But don't go below 3,000 feet, okay?
Don't go below.
Yep, so pull up a little bit. There you go. Follow the, like that straight out there, okay? No. Look outside.
Yes.
Straight out there, okay? Follow that river. I don't know exactly what the FA-18 uses in Rios as Ronald Reagan, but I do know that the system that they have is absolutely insanely accurate. Just follow the river.
And that automatic landing.
It
thing.
wouldn't do this landing because you have to.
Right.
do the
No,
short
I
turn.
understand that. But on the Ronald Reagan, it might not be the FA-18. It might be the F-22 that they fly.
F-22 no, but F-35 or but anyway,
Yeah.
the point is it's extremely accurate. I know this from literally from a guy who I believe in.
Well, you know what? This is your.
I don't
You
know
should-
for a fact. I didn't go on it. I haven't seen it.
Maybe
I
you
don't
should-
know, but I do know that this is what I was told.
Now I'm going to research it.
Yeah. A little too much. Okay, so there's traffic in front of us. You already can see
Yes, I
DC,
see
right?
it.
Yep. Yeah, what a toy, guys. Exactly. I got my toy. I play all day. I don't work. All right, pull this out, please. Put it down. Yep. Yep. That's gear down. 15 degrees flaps. We're slowing down to 131 knots.
Now this blinking means I'm in case
Now you gotta go down, not up,
Right. Why is it blinking?
because we are above 3,000 feet. We need to go down.
You gotta get down.
Lights on. Flight attendants, please be seated for landing. See DC, the downtown in front of us? Okay. There's a bridge. That's literally what we're following. Okay, to the bridge. And once we get to the bridge, we're gonna make a right turn. You need to go on YouTube at Sim Center Tampa Bay to go and see the front view. All right, so put your other hand over here as well. There you go. We're gonna do this together, okay?
Okay.
So you're gonna feel the entire approach. All right, 40 degrees flaps. Slow down, big time.
But we're under 3,000 feet. Wait.
Yeah, we have to. By that bridge, we have to be at 500 feet. Yeah, we're gonna be low. Thanks for all the gifts, guys. I really appreciate it. Follow me and sign up on YouTube and like YouTube, please. So I can get to 1,000 followers so I can do a lot more. All right, just follow the river, okay? Yeah, red over white. Exactly, guys. Yeah, guys, I don't crash. We never crash here. I'd rather go around. Treat it like a real airplane.
going over these bridges?
No, we actually supposed to be over the. If you would have done this in real life, F-16s.
Oh, because we're
Oh,
too
it's
close
restricted.
to-
You got to be over the water.
Oh, I see.
You can't do
Okay.
this.
All right.
Like literally, you have to be over the water.
So you got to follow
You
the wa-
follow the river, literally.
not just the direction it's
No.
going. The river.
You literally
Bend for
follow the
bend.
river. That's guy's called the river visual. You gotta go over the river like this. I mean, if you get off a little bit, I don't think so. They would piss you off, but
But
yeah,
no,
you
I
gotta
definitely
follow it.
understand.
And that's because it's DC, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bureaucrats.
Yeah.
Now, what were they? You were just touching?
No, I just put the altitude. We're good. All right, you do it with me, okay? So right by. So right there, as we get to, see that over there, the runway that is pointing that way?
Yes.
That's what we're going to land on. All right, we're still 1,000 feet, so we're really, really high. We just passed the Washington Monument. That's the Pentagon right there.
Pentagon.
Yeah, right there. We're going to be 500 feet by the bridge. Pretty cool, huh? The Jefferson Memorial right there. All right, we're going to start turning. This is the stupid thing over here in BC.
Now, the asphalt to my right is the taxi.
Yeah, this is the runway right there. Yeah.
Blinking lights.
Yeah, right there. Where the lights are blinking. I help. 100 feet. 5 degrees pitch. We keep it like this. Cut the power. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ronald Reagan International Airport in Washington, D.C., where the local time right now is 2:51 p.m. How was that?
That was great.
I'm happy.
You and me both, brother.
That makes me incredibly happy when somebody's
That
happy
was
in my
cool.
simulator. All right, I'm going to get off the runway. Flaps up. Turn this off, please. To the off position to the left. Wow. Okay, good. All right, we're going to park right next to the Alaska Airlines thing. Lights off. APU start. Cool, huh?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
But like I was asking you before, do you have a menu of all your services?
Yes, I
that
give you the
offer?
brochure before you
Please.
leave. And everything is on my website as well.
Good. I could see, not on these short little, the short flights, but I could see where a pilot would get like totally bored if you're in like,
You read a book.
really?
Sure, it's an autopilot. They're both monitoring. Something goes wrong. I get an alert right away. I know exactly what it is. I mean, you can't expect a guy to literally like this all the way to Tokyo. Ain't gonna happen.
And that's like a 12-hour
I mean, listen, I can tell you this without any hesitation whatsoever. Not a single pilot today that exists that could do what Charles Lindbergh did. No chance, no way, no how. You ain't gonna go with a freaking periscope with no windscreen, okay? That you have no windshield in the front. You have a periscope in the middle of the night over the Atlantic. You're gonna fly that airplane. Not a single pilot could accomplish that today. There's
And
no
how
way.
come? Because they're just not trained that way?
It's not just that. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not going to go over the Atlantic with the periscope.
Gotcha.
Using a sextant, figuring out where the bloody hell am I going. That was an achievement of unparalleled ever.
Gotcha.
And we can
This
fly
is
everywhere
awesome.
today.
So
All right,
now
my
do
friend.
we do a shutdown procedure?
Yeah, now we're going to do
or-
this. Okay, so push this down. We already started APU as we get off. Yep. Pull these two out and put it down. Good. Turn this off. Good. Turn this off. That's it. I'm
We're
gonna
done.
go This one, yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, my friend. I'm gonna get you out of here because I know
I'll be
it's
all
not
right.
that easy.
I'll be
So
all right.
Let me do this. Be careful so
Okay.
you don't. Yep. Awesome. Okay, you disagree with me, man? I mean, seriously, I wouldn't do it. I fly for 23 years. I wouldn't even attempt something like that. There's no way. Not with that airplane, guys.
You know what I
Sorry,
thought?
no chance in hell. I don't know, sir. I don't know. I mean, maybe some crazy people would do it, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let me show you what I have over here in a moment.
Is it good? Yeah, it's good. Is that a real
Thanks.
policy order or is that a simulation? That's a real one. All right. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much. God bless
Thank
you, my friend. I hope you had fun.
Your prices on this too?
Everything is what?
21 to $2 a minute.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys very much. Thank you. God bless you. All right, guys. Let me show you around, okay? All right. Welcome to DC. Yeah, I mean, listen. Okay, so about this, I know it's a controversial thing. I know you wouldn't do it. I don't think so. Any pilot would want to do that, to go with a periscope. I mean, okay. Can you tell me how many pilots could read a sextant today? Most people can't. Okay? I don't know what the trading cards are. Somebody's going to have to tell me what it is. Somebody always asking me. All right, so this is a simulator. This is how it is. This is what the camera shows on YouTube, where we are. This is how it looks, okay? Hello from Denmark. How you doing? I've been to the Tivoli. Okay. So yeah. Good. Alright, so this is how the center looks. This is the first person full motion simulator you can get in this. Okay? Yes, I'm a pilot, of course. Hi. So this one over here is the full motion simulators for that. For cars or flying or whatever. This is F-35 GSF sim. This one over here is the F-16 pilot trainer. Okay. These ones are Formula One race cars. These are trainers. Okay. These ones over here are 350 motions per second.
Washington Tower, Endeavor Flight 08111 miles north, inbound visual runway 19 approach. Endeavor Flight
Yeah, it's
081 Washington
the
Tower.
cylinders and the big space.
Altimeter 30.13 with 211 at 7.
These are the first person
Clear
shooters.
visual runway 19
Together
approach.
like that. And you run like that. Like this. Run around and shoot stuff.
Washington Tower, American 1763, 11 miles north, inbound visual runway 19 approach. American 1763, Washington Tower. Altimeter 30.13 with 211 at 7. Clear visual runway 19 approach. Clear visual runway 19 approach, Endeavor Flight 081. Clear visual runway 19 approach, American 1763.
I have a 2016 Formula One Ferrari.
Washington Tower, Blue Street 51218 miles north, inbound visual runway 19 approach. Blue Street 51221 Washington Tower. Altimeter
Follow me on YouTube, guys.
30.13
I
with
need
211 at 7.
about 1,000
Clear
subscribers.
visual runway 19
So
approach.
please come here. And there's my baby. Best thing ever.
Clear visual runway 19 approach, Blue Street 5121.
She's the nicest thing ever.
Endeavor Flight 081, follow the on the runway. Wind 211 at 7.
So that's that. This is SimCenter Tampa Bay. It's my creation. This is the ultimate man cave.
American 1763, number 2.
That's my
Follow the
Lola,
movement here on final.
flight attendant. She's really lazy. Never does anything.
Clear to land
I got
runway
space
19.
simulators where you go around the solar system for 45
Clear to
minutes.
land runway 19, Endeavor Flight 081.
And that's that. Batman,
Blue Street
thank you very much. actually going to take a little break. This was a little more work that I have to do this on. I'm probably you guys don't want to do this. And again, for all the pilots who disagree with me on certain stuff, I understand. On the USS Ronald Reagan stuff, I heard from the guy who worked on the system, so I don't know enough, okay, on that one. I'm not a Navy guy, I don't know enough about that, but the guy who worked on it, I take his word for it, okay? The other thing on the Charles Lindbergh stuff, going across the Atlantic, I bet to differ. I don't think so many of us could actually, I can read a sextant because I used to teach astrophysics. But no, the simulators are not okay approved. I saw already two of them that are, so I can make it approved, but I don't do it. And the reason why I don't do it is because if I would do that, I could not let people in here. They would have to have all the credentials to do that. Yeah, it's not. Look, Jim Mitchell. Listen, again, I don't know enough about the Navy stuff. I know a lot as far as the about commercial aviation and things like that, and flights. I used to teach astrophysics, and I know physics. But I can tell you this: as far as the Charles Lindbergh stuff, I mean, I can't think of somebody like really, not in their right mind, they would do it today. And accomplishing something like that, I think that was one of the most incredible things that has ever happened. It's not even just a liability. I don't want to die. Guys, I mean, the bravery that took for that guy to do that is I can't even fathom that. You gotta go across. I mean, guys, the Spirit of St. Louis was a single engine aircraft with no windshield. The guy used a periscope, okay, and no, of course nobody would think, okay, could I do it? Sure, absolutely. If I have a parachute and I have a support crew next to me and somebody flying with me next to me and another airplane in case somebody can pick me up, absolutely I would do it. But I'm not going to fly across the Atlantic on a single engine aircraft. People do that. I mean, guys, they do go with Cessnas across the Atlantic with extra gas in the back. Every button functions, guys. Every single one of them. Anyway, all right. So please go to YouTube, all 1,600 of you, nice people. If you guys could do that. What's the difference between this one and the FAA? Zip. My system is actually, the ferry flights, yes, that's correct. So this actually is a heck of a lot more than what you would have in a level D. And here's the reason why. Because I use real data. Okay? Okay, exactly. We could but wouldn't. That's true, yes. But I mean, listen, if you're a real pilot, I don't think so you would even attempt it. I wouldn't. There's just no chance. Anyway, it looks like this in the top. And I got speakers over here that makes the sounds. Follow me, guys. If you guys can come to YouTube, I would really appreciate it, guys. I'm going to do a lot of... what I want to do is inspire people to do aviation. Okay? Because we don't have enough pilots, and you would be one of the privileged ones. Because just think about it, there's 8 billion people on planet Earth. Maybe less than 1% of the population of Earth will ever fly something like this. Okay? And that's why I do what I do for everybody. Thanks, somebody just subscribed on YouTube. Guys, if you can do that, I would really appreciate it. You will be able to see front view, all kinds of cameras. It's going to be really, really cool stuff, okay? Alright, I'm going to take a little break because I'm exhausted and I got to still do. The channel name is Sim Center Tampa Bay, at Sim Center Tampa Bay. If you go into my profile on TikTok, all you have to do is just click on the YouTube icon and it will take you right over there. Thank you guys very much. I'll be back in about 30 minutes to an hour or so. So just watch for the, we're going to fly somewhere. I don't know, probably going to go do the West Coast, okay? So thank you guys very much. Thanks for all the lives. Thanks for all the gifts. Thanks for all of that. I mean, I get 30,000 likes. That's crazy. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. We'll be back. Okay. Damn. I get tired of this now. $40,300. I crossed 40,000 today. I'm almost at 50. Won't be yeah. What do you think, huh? Well, that should break. Yeah, let's do it. I gotta have an exception. Plug it in.
It's not gonna be easy though, trying to solder all that with that thing hanging.
Oh, I will. Don't worry about it. 54 message
I
requests.
do, while that's down, I wanna get that other
Where's
light.
James Armstrong?
They're out there changing.
Jesus Christ, you know, too.
Just put in my friend.
124 decimal
Just
7
put
American
in your
473. Goodbye.
Bazooka. Ain't forgetting about it this time. Sorry.
See how many subscribers we reach.
How many subscribers do we have today? Yay!
513.
Not bad. Finally. We need 1,000, right?
1,000 to be able to start doing all kinds of shit.
You're gonna have to try to figure out something really like exciting to draw people to get into it, like something that you'll
Kidding
do.
me? It's exciting, you know.
No, but I mean like something.
40,000 people in
That's-
fucking
yeah,
1 week.
I'm talking about to hit that 1,000 real quick on YouTube.
I'm gonna hit it.
Like when
You
you're
can't hit
talking
it that quick.
on, well, you can. You just gotta find the right word to say, like something that you can promise. Like,
Sure. Okay, let's get an extension cord.
because you know everything that you can do ain't gonna cost you a dime.
Where's the food? Oh, you got that.
What?
10111 miles north inbound visual runway 19 approach. Lift 510 Washington Tower. Altimeter 30.13, wind 1901 at 7. Cleared visual runway 19 approach.
Yes.
Cleared visual runway 19 approach. Lift 510.
Well,
give her a freaking Christmas present.
That's why I'm surprised you're here. I thought you'd be with your girl.
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
Man, she's an annoying flower. I don't find her. I don't find people are like, man, she's like the hottest person on
She's
earth.
not hot at all. She's just some chubby girl with Down syndrome. Ice Spice. Ice Spice. Ice Spice.
You're talking smack
I know.
about your
I said Ice Spice, nigga.
I'm spice too.
God, this is hard if you old fuck.
Ice Spice.
All I know is we were talking about Brianna and me stuff.
Why is good, is good, why?
So why you not with your girl?
I'm just not. I was with her yesterday, like all day yesterday. The silence is deafening.
You remember in the beginning, the motherfucker was with her like every day, all day.
I can only have sex in Amazon so many times. I did
You
not
got
even
a
know
car,
that.
bro. Break it in.
That shit.
I don't even know
I
how to
didn't
use
even
it.
know.
I didn't even need to. I was just pulling up to the park to chill. And I realized this fucking cars there.
What are you doing? You stand outside the car.
I'm walking out. I'm walking out with Brianna, and I see a truck parked directly across from where my car is parked. And my first thought is, I know that isn't who I think. And as I get closer, I realize that is exactly who the fuck I think it is.
So instead of your car rocking, it was rocking.
Who was that?
No one's car was rocking since we were outside. But
He was rocking bushes though.
I was rocking some park
They're coming out looking like freaking Adam and Eve and freaking Yep, they're going to hell.
We were using the vines to choke each other. No, I honestly did not know he was gonna be there. I was just gonna be at the joke because that's my usual chill spot right there in the back. I'm like, no fucking shot. Sure enough, I wanted to go check to see if it was his car. I looked over. Sure enough, it's your Ravens bag right in front of me.
Yeah, plug in. Give it about 10 minutes to get nice and hot.
I don't know, it's starting to sound a little.
have to plug right
You
here.
just ended up at the park
I did.
at the exact time.
I didn't even know he was
When you
there.
plug it in, that's
Huh?
now we just gotta find
I
it.
was like, gas
Place it.
Where did you put it?
Right here.
Like 30 minutes before.
There you go, now.
So like if he showed up 30 minutes early,
I was at a party.
sound awfully open about your experience. Huh? You were rocking that car, huh? Rocking the boat?
Can't do it.
Rocking the boat?
Name it yet?
What, I should be ashamed about, myself? What are you doing here? Why are you here?
Name it Jessica.
You have to think about it. You're so expensive.
So it's a black tip this time?
You're into the Moulignans, huh? The Moulignan. The fucking Moulignan.
Is it at least the midget? What was that?
Twins.
Twin midgets?
That is fuck. You're gonna do a midget,
What, Balaj?
I thought you were gonna say midget.
Balaj is having twin black midgets? Well, I mean, it would be in line with your stepson, with midget kids. You have midget kids. You got the midget army.
Little
You're all
midget
tall.
army.
You all. Actually, how tall are you, Peter? Are you taller than Balaj? Or are you shorter than him? Are you taller or shorter than Balaj?
You don't know anything.
What do you mean? You do know. Just answer the question. Are you taller or shorter?
I don't know. I don't measure my dick suit.
Your height!
I know. Obviously. I am not measuring against him.
Just
Ever.
look at each other and be like, who's taller?
Well, you are fucking looking at us now right next to each other. Who the fuck is taller?
Remember!
You don't remember? How many times you have seen us?
How many times have you seen yourself in him? More than
In
I've
a
seen.
fucking mirror, never.
I hope he's never seen himself in him.
okay?
Exactly, that's my point. So what the fuck are you doing? You
Well, I just
suggest
over here.
you will not get out of this.
How tall are
in a
you?
good way.
How tall are you?
I have no fucking idea. It's
Alright,
like,
okay,
stand
then
up.
you're a midget. Thank you.
Stand up.
You're a midget.
Stand up. You're taller than me, so.
Sure, no
you gotta
shit.
be-
I think you're slightly taller than Malone. Yes.
So.
I don't know.
I'm
maybe
five.
he's
I'm
taller
five.
now.
I'm 5'5.5". So you're like.
He's in his
5'6".
20s. I doubt he
I'm
did it
5'6".
worse.
The whole point of this was to say you have a midget family. That's all I wanted to say. You have a small
have a tiny
family.
midget
You're all
family.
tiny.
Actually, no, it's not my problem.
Is it hot? Is it hot?
Bullshit.
Oh my god, shut up, Peter. So annoying.
Why am I so annoyed?
Your volume's like all the way up here. Take it down to like a 4.
It takes 10 minutes.
We'll take it
Yeah,
down to like
I
a
don't know.
4.
See, rain lights.
You're annoying me.
No.
I don't
Oh,
like it.
oh really? Now you know why?
He's actually
No,
fucking offended.
you need to get laid again.
Stop talking about it.
Who's sick? You got her sick? What she got you sick? Dude, she what?
Isn't she? She got me quick.
And then she gave it to you. That's like. So she got sick, then she gave it up.
No. No, I was sick from something else.
She was sick in the air while she was sick.
You?
No.
Let's hope not.
Don't scare me, man. I want to grab your balls one day and then boom, genital warts. Disappointing. You expect smooth stone and you get fucking rocky road. Come on, man.
Dude, it's just like goosebumps, but for me. The eternal goosebumps. Hey, Joey, did you move me over?
Why you ask me like that? You asked me so like.
He's what? He's like renewing the fucking water, fucking
I
water.
mean, you can try it, but because that's a thick, what do you call it?
I don't even need soldering thing, you know.